We would like to ask you about your organizations, like in which kind of sector that
Sure.
you work on.
Sure. So our organizations, Global Interfaith WASH Alliance. WASH stands for Water, Sanitation, and Hygiene. And we're bringing all of the different religions together to come together because diarrhea doesn't discriminate, climate change doesn't discriminate. And so we need to join hands together, join hearts together for this work. So that's what our Global Interfaith WASH Alliance is doing. And we're running so many programs on a grand level, Buddy Buddy Munch, bringing everybody together on one stage, advocacy programs, behavior change campaigns, also so many programs on the ground level, in schools, water school programs, in so many different schools, teaching children about the importance of water, how to protect water, preserve water. So many different programs we're running in so many different ways. And it's a really great honor and a great blessing to be able to serve in that way. Also, our Divine Shakti Foundation, which is a different organization of ours dedicated to women and children and to empowering and uplifting, especially the women and the girls, to really be the empowered change makers of the society that we need to live in today.
We know that your organization is based in India. Do you have any plan of expanding it to other countries?
So our Secretariat of Global Interfaith WASH Alliance is based in Rishikesh, India, at Parmarth Niketan Ashram, the largest ashram in Rishikesh and one of the largest spiritual institutions in all of India. But the work is global because we travel all over the world, whether it's speaking on stages, whether it's partnering and working with other religious leaders, other organizations like the United Nations or the World Bank or the Parliament or International Partnership for Religion and Sustainable Development, or so many different organizations that are international. So we're definitely working internationally on the level of advocacy and partnership and togetherness, but the on-the-ground implementation work is taking place in India now because to us it feels like that's really where it's needed. From here we are planning to also branch out implementation-wise into Africa as well.
In terms of youth involvement, in which sectors that your organizations have been working with youth so far?
Great. Well, the youth are the key and the youth are the answer. And so we try to bring youth together everywhere. So as I mentioned, we're working in the schools. So programs of getting the youth to learn about water. We have a water school program in the schools with specific curricula for different grades, different classes in the schools. And getting the youth to plant trees, to take care of their trees, to take care of the environment, to protect the water, to protect the air, and also the behavior change campaign programs that we're doing in the villages, in the towns. Those are also very deeply rooted in youth involvement, bringing the youth together, because the youth are the ones who go home from schools or go home from a village program and they say to their parents, you must change. Don't dump your trash outside. Don't pollute the water. Don't defecate in the open. Don't do this. Don't do that. And so when you get the youth changed and inspired, they actually become the ones changing the families. But also we do a lot of programs in schools of inspiring and uplifting older youth, so youth of your age rather than little kids, to actually become the leaders, not just of the next generation, but of the now generation, and to be courageous and creative in their solutions. Because you all are the ones who have the technology. You know the technology, you're creating the technology. But now you need to utilize that technology, not in the service of the same old paradigm that says it's all about me and mine and I'm separate from you. But how to use this technology in service of a true paradigm, not just a new paradigm, but a true paradigm that says actually we're in this together. We're all one. And that's the change that's really required from your generation, is to break the paradigm of separation and bring about a true paradigm of oneness and togetherness and connection.
One last question, do you have any special message for the youth, especially those young educators for sustainability and those agents of change in sustainability issues?
Sure. My message for the youth is be creative and be courageous. Remember that courage means to have an open heart. The root of the word courage actually comes from the same root that gives us the French word cœur, which means heart. So the root of courage is not, I'm going to beat you and bash you. And the root of courage is I'm stepping up to the plate. I'm taking on the responsibility with an open heart, but grounded in the awareness of who I am. That it's not about what is my grade in this class or that class. It's not about what is my ranking number in school or what university I get into. It's about the core of who I am and my vision and my values and my creativity. If you look at from Einstein to founders of Facebook and so many people in between, they were thrown out of classes, they dropped out of classes. So who you are is not about what score your math teacher or history teacher or English teacher gives you on an exam. It's not about your ranking. It's not even about which university or college you get admitted to. That's where so much of our stress goes when we're young. Rather than that, realize that you have within you the creativity, the connection. That's what it's all about. That creativity, that connection that is rooted in your courage, your open-hearted courage to really be the change that you know needs to take place in the world. Don't let us squeeze you and scare you and suppress you into continuing to follow in our paradigm. No. The future is yours and the present is yours. And live that truth. Live that truth of oneness, of togetherness, of environmental protection and preservation. You people are the answers. Be the answers. Create the answers. Innovate and implement. And lastly, always remember, your strength is in your connection. The redwood trees, which are the tallest trees in the world, and in many cases the oldest trees in the world, actually don't have roots that are very deep in the ground. What makes them able to sustain earthquakes and floods and fires for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years and grow to hundreds and hundreds of feet tall is that the roots of every redwood tree are interconnected with the roots of every other redwood tree in the redwood forest. So rather than thinking about just, I have to be the one pushing everybody out of the way, I'm number one. Rather than that, think about how can we connect? How can we all be connected together? Because the truth is, none of us can live in peace until we all are in peace. None of us can live in a sustainable world unless we all live in a sustainable world. The future is one that will only exist when it's rooted in that awareness of our oneness.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Of course.
For our reports, can we take a picture of
Sure, of course.